Hello and welcome back to Boxing Social in association with Betfred. My name is Ayman Khan. We are here in North Greenwich. With me is the one and only Simple Simon, who is fighting Ed Matthews this weekend. First of all, Simon, how's life treating you?
Yeah, good. Everything's good. I prepared really well for it. Trained hard. I'm feeling good and feeling ready. Yeah.
Simon, we were just talking a bit off camera about your background and yourself and boxing in general. Just take me back to if you'd kind of watched boxing before as growing up and kind of your background within boxing too.
Yeah, no, I definitely watched boxing. I used to love it. I used to love it back then more than I do now, if I'm going to be truthful. People like Mike Tyson, Chris Eubank, Nigel Benn, boxers like that. I used to just love watching them. They were just like in and out, weren't they? Do you know what I mean? It was decent to watch, to be fair.
And fast forward, you find yourself in the boxing ring this weekend, which maybe something back then you wouldn't imagine, but here you are. The press conference was very interesting, very spicy. It crossed the line a little bit as well from your point of view. Just in your own words, kind of there. Do you think it was kind of him trying to get under your skin?
Oh, yeah. He knows. This is the thing. He's been clever right from day one. He knows exactly how to get me going. And he does it every single time, and I just can't help it. You know what I mean? I'm so family-minded. I've had 5 kids. I've got 3 grandchildren, another one on the way, and I love my kids and grandkids. I love my family. So he knows that, and he knows how to get to me, and it does get to me. I can't help it. I just love my family. That's the way it is.
Simon, does that give you... You'll obviously naturally be motivated to win this fight, but does that, listen to him yesterday, give you that little bit extra edge of motivation to do the business on him at the weekend?
Oh yeah, definitely. The more he does it, like I said to him yesterday, the more you do this, the better it is for me. I said, you carry on doing it, you carry on winding me up, you carry on pushing me. People that have gone on my social medias, like on Insta and TikTok, making comments about me, and all these trolls saying these things, etc., etc. That's just driven me on. That's just pushed me on. I'm the kind of person that if people cross me and people have a go at me, it makes me a bigger person. I get even bigger and I push myself even more. So I've been happy with all these comments and everything right the way through this, because it's just driven me on, and same as him making comments as well.
With that being said, then, when the fight's said and done, whatever the result is, would you be willing to put your hand out there and shake his hand? And if you think it was the other way around, let's say if he won, for example, do you think he'd do the same for you too?
Yeah, I think so, and I hope so, because at the end of the day, getting in a ring is not a very nice place to be. I've done quite a bit of sparring, and every time I've got in that ring, it's not nice. It's not a nice feeling, and whoever you're fighting against, you've got to show them respect to actually get in that ring anyway. I mean, it doesn't matter what he said and what he said before. At the end of the day, if he walks in there, in that ring, and I walk in that ring, then afterwards, once it's done and finished, then you've got to show each other respect. That's boxing. And you definitely have to do that. And if you can't do that, then you shouldn't get in the ring.
Is there age disparity between yourself, 52 and 19 years old, with Ed? Do you think that'll play a factor when it comes to you two getting to the ring?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's obviously a big favourite to win this fight. He's going to be quicker because he's younger. He's going to be sharper. But I've got man strength, so that's a different story. I know he's going to come up me 100 miles an hour. I know that, and I've just got to make sure I keep going, because I think the longer it goes, the more of a chance I've got.
You might be the favourite, but just from speaking to you, I pick up the feeling that you'd be someone that relishes the underdog tag.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I mean. That's what I've said. The more people have a go at me, the more it'll push me on. I've been training now for 10 weeks, and every time I saw one of them comments, I thought to myself, right, I'm going to do that extra mile. I'm going to do that extra 10 minutes on the bag. Do you know what I mean? I'm that kind of person. If I do something, I'll do it 100%. And I never give up. I keep going. I've got something tattooed on my leg. Never give up, never surrender. And that is me. That's how I am.
What do you think of Ed as a person, coming before even this fight happened? What did you think of him, his content, him as a person in general?
Well, he's a cocky little teenager, isn't he? At the end of the day, he's a cocky little teenager. He thinks he can say anything and it won't have any effect. But to be honest with you, it's had an effect on me. Definitely had an effect on me. So he's done what he wanted to set out to do.
Simon, how does the fight play out? What's your prediction for it?
Like I said, I think he's going to come out 100 miles an hour. I'm not arrogant. I'm not the one that's going to shout my mouth off, say, yeah, I'm going to knock him out in the first round like he's saying. Like I say, I think the longer it goes, the more chance I'll have. And let's just see what happens. I'm ready, so let's see what happens.
You mentioned there off the camera before we started about potentially having another one. Is that the feeling that if it goes well, you might step back in through the ranks?
Yeah, I've said that all along. If it does go well, if it goes well, as in, I put up a good fight and I feel okay in there, etc. Then I'll keep calling out Greg Paul. I'm not calling him out. I think the sidemen sort of dug me out a little bit, saying how can you call someone out when you haven't had a fight already, which is true. So I'll take that from them. I'll take anything from them, to be honest with you. But I'm not calling him out. I'm just saying if it goes really well, someone like Greg Paul would be ideal because he's the same age, so that'd be decent.
He's an interesting character as well.
He is. That's what I mean. I think it would be really, really good. I mean, he's he's into fitness. Obviously, his sons are decent boxers. So they are very fitness orientated. He's in the US. I'm in the UK. Could come out. Could be pretty good.
Quick thoughts on a couple of fights. First of all, Jake Paul is fighting Hashim Rahman Jr. Your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, and I think Jake Paul's got that. I mean, fair play to him. You can see he trains hard. He knows what he's talking about, and I think both the Pauls. I've got a lot of respect for both of them, and because I think they do things the right way. They've been training hard, and obviously they've had issues in the past, but they've bounced back and sort of taken them on board and grown really. So I've got respect for both of them. I think Jake will win. Yeah.
It's a shame from a British perspective that the Tommy Fury fight fell out. Do you think we'll ever get to see that?
Not Tommy Fury, Jake Paul. I don't think, and I don't think that's going to happen now. I think that's sort of that's finished. But yeah, again, Tommy Fury, got a load of respect for him, and obviously I absolutely adore his dad. I think he's an absolute fantastic guy, and what he does regarding mental health and stuff like that. I think he's just an amazing guy and obviously a fantastic boxer. And sorry, my phone going off. Sorry about that. No. And I always say, people say, who would you really like to meet? And Tyson Fury is one of the ones I would like to meet. 100%. He's just an absolutely fantastic guy. Yeah, and Tommy as well. He's a great lad as well. So.
KSI Wasabi, your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, KSI all day long. He's another one I'd like to meet. KSI. I think he's a great guy as well. And. But I think KSI is going to win now. I think everybody knows that, and he knows it, and I don't think there's going to be any problems for him there, to be honest.
Final thing I want to ask you, with this boxing venture that you're going into on Saturday night, is there one piece of advice, one piece of coaching, or a little piece of anything that you've taken from someone, from a coach, from a friend, that you're going to be taking with you into the ring on Saturday too? Yeah,
I think what I've set out to do and what I said all along is that I don't want to leave anything in the ring. So I've literally pushed myself to the limit, and sometimes I push myself a bit too hard. But I think if I'm going to say that to anybody, any sportsman or lady, I would say to them, don't leave anything behind. Make sure you push yourself to the limits, and then who knows what you can achieve after that.
Well said, Simon. Pleasure speaking to you. Thank you so much for speaking to Box Social. All the best for the weekend, sir.
Thank you very much.